Welcome back to Kansas Weather Watch. I'm meteorologist Josh Duncan. We had some storms in Kansas last night. Most places on the map here, a few hundredths of an inch to maybe up to a half inch, but there was a small band of 1 to 2 inches of rain with a complex of cells that moved through. And then in east central Kansas, we had a few reports of some quarter to ping pong ball size hail just before the storms crossed the state line into Missouri. And then today, of course, we had really warm weather, highs in the 80s and 90s. Tomorrow, it's going to turn much cooler, 40s and 50s for highs Friday afternoon in northwest Kansas, so a much different feel to the air there. Still 60s, 70s, and 80s further east, so it's not a cool day by any stretch, but it's still a big drop-off from where we were today as a cold front moves across Kansas early Friday. We're also watching for the risk of severe weather to return to the state Friday afternoon into Friday evening and Friday night, mainly in southeast Kansas. So that yellow shaded region southeast of the Kansas Turnpike is where the greatest risk for large hail and damaging winds will be, with a few storms. It's not going to be a widespread severe weather threat for Friday night. Here's a look at future view. Most places totally dry Friday morning, but there could be an isolated sprinkle or brief passing shower. And then it is a more cloudy day for Friday, and again, a cooler day as well, especially northwest. And we'll watch southeast Kansas around the time of 5 o'clock for some storms that will start to develop, and these could quickly intensify and produce some pretty large hail and also a strong wind gust or two. Again, it's mainly southeast Kansas Friday evening. I also want to draw your attention to northwest Kansas. No severe weather threat there, but there will be a few snowflakes flying, most likely from Goodland to possibly Colby, St. Francis, Friday night. So you might not see the snowfall. Maybe we get a dusting of snow in a few spots on roofs and elevated surfaces and things like that. But yeah, some snowflakes flying Friday night in our state in northwest Kansas. It's too warm for snow in the southeast, but rain will continue Friday night into early Saturday. It'll become more spotty at times, so an off and on rain chance carrying through Saturday, mainly southeast of the Turnpike, but there could be a little bit of rain getting further north in eastern Kansas as well, and that will be the story for Saturday. So it is a cooler start to the weekend as well. Highs on Saturday in the 50s and 60s statewide, 58 in Topeka, 60 for Salina, and 57 for a high in Independence, where rain will be more steady throughout the day down there in southeast Kansas to start the weekend. And then Sunday, Easter Sunday, is looking even more wet for a larger portion of the state. So more of you will have rainfall on Sunday for at least part of the day from Hayes to Salina. Much of central and pretty much all of eastern Kansas will get rain at some point Sunday. And for many places, this will last for several hours. So we want to let you know to prepare for a wet Easter Sunday. For many places in Kansas, it is going to be a damp and cool day with highs that'll also be in the 50s and 60s. So the forecast looks like this: 60s and 70s for most places on Friday. Again, cooler northwest. But then the weekend is sharply different. 50s and 60s for highs, rain chances, if not cloud cover at the very least throughout Saturday from many spots. And then Monday is when we start to turn this pattern around. Warmer weather returning, 70s for highs for the most part, and it'll also be dry to start the work week on Monday. But we do want to let you know that later next week, we will have returning chances for not only showers and storms, but the potential for severe weather as well in parts of the state of Kansas. So even though the warm weather looks to continue beyond Monday, we are entering a more active weather pattern overall as we head into the next several days. That's your Thursday forecast update. Thanks for watching.